All right. Like, comment, share, subscribe. So, Chibatta Mitch, aka the Madden God. This is who we're breaking down this time. So, big winner of Madden tournaments, one of the greatest offensive Madden players we've ever seen, and he still plays online to this day. I don't know about the Madden God. No offense, that's a great name, but I don't know about that. Um, you can at me, Chibatta Mitch. I'll at you in this video, but I have a lot of respect for you, though. I'm not trying to call you out because I don't play on PS5. I hate next gen. I'm sticking to the 4 version until they fix next gen. I don't even want to talk about it, but I'm going to break you down today, man. You're one of the greatest players this game has ever seen, so I want to kind of get into your mindset of what you like to do against certain coverages. So let's go ahead and take a look, man. Okay, so let's go ahead and break the gameplay down. So 2nd and 9, he got the ball first, and he ran the ball a few times and got past midfield. I believe this is a money game because this is on Gamer Saloon. For those of you guys that don't know what it is, it's a gaming app that you can play Madden for money and other games. And then he's partnered with Prize Picks, so that's something that he does on the side to get extra money. So he's definitely making a name for himself, not just in the Madden community, but in other communities as well. So I definitely respect and appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. So we got 2nd and 9, and right here we have a verticals concept. We have Kelsey running this corner route to the right side, or an outside post as I like to call it. We have Kareem Hunt running this out to the right. Once he gets 5 yards down the field, he runs out to the right. Then we have Xavier Worthy right here running an actual vertical route where he breaks it diagonally once he hits about 12 to 15 yards down the field. Rashee Rice in the seam is running a streak, and Smith Schuster is running a streak as well on the outside. So let's see what happens here. So post snap, this looks like cover 2 shell. When you see the safeties rotate over, looks like they rotate in deep halves. So he immediately looks to the middle of the field right away, which is the right response because usually that's the weakness of a cover 2 defense, especially shell coverage. So his opponent is using Fred Warner, and he's taking away this route right here that was highlighted in red. And so it's not a good idea to definitely stay on this route because the minute he breaks it off, he's going to run right into the safety who's playing this half. And then you have this streak right here that's being covered by this safety. He's playing inside leverage, you can tell based off his body language. And then this won't get open because of this safety. He's going to be able to cover both routes. And then this guy's just playing underneath just in case of a comeback or any sort of comeback route happens. So he's basically playing in the deep flat, covering anything over here. And so his best bet is to look on this side of the field. And so I'm eyeing Kelsey. And if he can get behind this guy who's playing up here in the higher flat area, he can lob it to this area if he's able to get behind him and he doesn't follow him. And if he does take away Kelsey, then Kareem Hunt will be open and he can check it down. But he has to make a decision because the pocket is collapsing. He's contained right here. Even though we got a double team going on right here, these guys are about to beat their block, so he has to make a decision. So he ends up checking it down. And Kelsey did end up clearing that dude, but he was running out of time, so he just played it safe and took the best bet, which was a check down. So not a bad play by him. Great read, and continuing to move the chains is the best part about getting scores, going on long sustained drives. I mean, if somebody forces you to check it down over and over, you just got to do it until you see an opportunity to make a play. Okay, let's go ahead and break this down. This is the very next play after that 2nd and 5 play. So let's see what we got. Looks like we have Kareem Hunt either running this way or that way to the right or left. It's kind of hard to tell because Hardman's drag route on this little play art runs right into it. Looks like he might be running towards the right. We'll find out after I play the video. Looks like Kelsey's running this little baby-like post/corner route where he runs a few yards up the field, breaks it out right about here to the right side. And then we have Rashee Rice on the left side of your screen running this little just simple flat route. Just run it right over there in a flat route. And then we have Mecole Hardman running this drag from left to right, and then Worthy is running a slant on top of that. So this looks like cover 3 to me. Looks like we got inside leverage based off the body language of these players. We have that safety right there sitting in a third. And then we have these guys right here on the outside sitting in halves. So this does look like a cover 3 look to me. Cover 3 zone, I should say. Looks like maybe they're covering the seams hard and tight inside. So he's trying to force something across the middle of the field. It looked like this might get open because I'm looking at his user's defender or his opponent's user, and it looks like he's trying to take away that slant. And so this probably will get open, but he sees that he's on his backside, so that's probably why he's a little hesitant to throw it, because he's trying to eye Xavier Worthy right there. But as you see, once he peels off of this drag, he takes that slant away. And so right there, he has an opportunity to throw this ball right in this area and pick up a quick first down to keep the chains moving. But I think he's watching this slant right here, trying to see if this defender peels off or stays with it. And he does stay with it. So he's running out of time. The pocket is starting to collapse this way. He has a defender right here chasing him. I don't think this is going to get open because you have a defender right here watching that. And then this defender right here is also watching that. You have this defender right here watching Kelsey or anything down the field if he decides to run up. So if I were him, I would have took that drag as soon as that guy peeled to the slant. But because he was a little hesitant, he ran out of time, so he had to move this way to where the pressure was chasing him. And now he's running out of time, tries to throw it back across the field. Swatted, could have got picked off. So you just got to be careful with those kind of throws when you're trying to look back across the field. But yeah, I think he definitely should have took that drag underneath to pick up a first down. So now he faces a 4th and 5 and it's decision time. Okay, so we got 4th and 5, so he is going for it. So let's see what he has drawn up. So we have a post route right here by Kelsey. We have our hot route right here, this slant by Rashee Rice. Kareem Hunt looks like he's running some sort of wheel to the outside. Breaks it off right here in between the 40 and the 35. Hardman is just running this little simple flat route. And then we have Xavier Worthy running this streak up the field. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. All right, so it looks like we have some sort of cover 3 look. I'm not sure if it's an invert, but we have 3 guys playing back. Looks like 2 halves and a third by that safety over there, hidden by that circle. There you go. But yeah, he's playing a third, half. Looks like cover 3 to me. And then looks like these guys, somebody must have came on a blitz. One of these linebackers did. And so he was trying to get some sort of pressure look, and he actually sent a blitz instead. His opponent did. So it's some sort of cover 3 blitz. And so Chibatta has to make a quick decision, because right here, even though he gets picked up, this guy beats his block. And so now, and then also Nick Bosa beats his block. And so looking at what I'm seeing here, it's going to be hard for him to get this kind of throw off because of pressure coming from this angle. And so if he throws it inside, it has to be right away, and he has to kind of lowball it because that defender's sitting right there. Then Kelsey on that post, I think that's where he's looking. If he throws it, he has to throw it like right about here, because if he throws it right at that safety, who knows what's going to happen. And then this slant obviously won't get open. There's too many bodies right here. And then this is covered by this defender. That's covered by that defender. So his best bet is to look for Kelsey, and he does. And then as you see, pretty much mosses his defender. If he would have just thrown it a little bit towards that area that I was talking about, would have been a little bit easier, but nonetheless, he caught the ball and moved the chains. I'm pretty sure you could read his lips, but I'm not going to repeat what he said. If you want to do it, go for it. I'm good. Okay, so after that conversion, looks like we have 2nd and 8. And so let's go ahead and run this play. So it looks like we pretty much have the same play as the last 2 plays that I showed, where we had the slant and drag concept along with this post. And And then we have Hunt running this way to the left, I believe, or I believe it's still to the right. It's kind of hard to tell because once again his play art gets in the way. But yeah, we basically have a level sort of concept. You got 3 different routes going the same direction, just different levels of the field. So that's why I call it like a levels concept. So let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. So it looks like we have possibly a cover 2 look, maybe cover 3. I don't see a safety in the middle of the field, so that could be cover 2 shell, but I could be wrong. Now, from what it looks like, that guy's playing a hard flat. It looks like that guy's playing a hard flat. And then these 2 safeties are playing deep halves. So my best bet, I'm going to say it's cover 2 shell. So the middle of the field would be his best bet to work with. And so he's trying to get something across the middle of the field. As you see, these defenders are staying low and inside. And so he really doesn't have anything coming across here. He's looking for that slant. That's covered. This is going to be covered. And then as we keep forwarding it, he's trying to look for this drag, but he's using Fred Warner, so he's just sitting on it. I'm eyeing Kelsey right here, but I think the thing is, because his corner route is designed to go short and low, if he would have had his corner route running a little bit further this way, he could probably try that and lob it to the end zone, because this flat route is watching anything over here, including Kelsey. Now, I think he's checking it down to Kareem Hunt right about here, but the problem is this guy's sitting right here, and he can break on that, which he does. And so he doesn't really get anything out of this play, but I would have liked to see what would have happened had he tried to wait for Kelsey to break that man. But like I said, his post route or his corner route was a little bit too low as far as getting around a defender, because if we look back at the play art, see, he runs it right to that area, not far enough to the corner of the end zone. And so that's why that defender was able to sit on that before the pressure came in, as you see. And then he has to make a decision, check it down. Doesn't really get anything out of that. So now it's 3rd and 8. Okay, we got 3rd and 8, start of the second quarter, and I just wanted to point out that his game actually is going by 4-minute quarters. That's a Gamer Saloon thing. I don't know if they do 5-minute quarters, but yeah, this one is set to 4-minute quarters, so that's why it looks like that. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and look at this. So 3rd and 8, let's see what he has drawn up. So we got a post by Kelsey once again, right over here. Rashee Rice is running a slant across the middle of the field. Kareem Hunt is breaking his wheel route right about here, just above the 15-yard line. And then we have Hardman running this little flat route right here. And then Worthy's running a streak right here. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. So looks like we have some sort of invert, cover 2 shell maybe. Looks like the safeties or whoever this guy is, this DB is rotating over here to this half. He's rotating over here to this half. And then it looks like this linebacker is rotating to the middle of the field to try and cover this little like deep hook curl area. So the weakness would be right behind this guy, but there's no route designed to go over here except for this post. But like I said, looks like this defender's in a deep half or a third. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Now, if he would have stayed in that pocket, I think he could have tried the post to Kelsey. However, the pocket was starting to collapse right around here. But I think you could have stood in the pocket for at least 1 second to try and eye this post real quick and see if it gets behind this defender. Because he is dropping back, as you see. So there's a chance that maybe it doesn't get open. But like you said, as I said, pressure starts to get in, running out of time, doesn't have anywhere to go, doesn't throw the ball away, sack. And so right there, I thought that he was a little bit too hesitant on getting outside the pocket, but because of that pressure, couldn't really find anywhere to go, takes a sack, pretty much has to take a field goal right here, and we'll be back in the next clip. Okay, so we got 3rd and 12. In the 7-3 game, his opponent got the ball and scored a touchdown after he had to take 3. So now Bada has the ball back, got a couple big runs down the field, so we're at 3rd and 12 right now. Let's go ahead and see what we got. So we have this wheel out of the backfield by Kareem Hunt. We have this post / corner route by Kelsey to the outside. Rice is running a vertical route, middle of the field, and then Hardman and Worthy are running streaks. This time we got Hardman in the seam instead of Rice, who's usually there. So they just swapped positions. So let's go ahead and run this. All right, so that's cover 3 off the bat. I know that for a fact. We have 3 guys playing a half or a third. That looks like 2 halves and a third. We had our linebackers rotate to the hooks. He's trying to cover anything in the middle of the field. This linebacker rotated over here. We have this guy right here playing in the flat. He's playing in the flat. Looks like you have another defender right here playing the flat. So he's looking over here to see if he can get something. Now, we have inside leverage based off the body language of these defenders. They're watching anything inside of the middle of the field. So looks like that he's looking at this seam right here. Now, it's going to be very, very interesting to throw these type of routes because you have to throw it right away if he stops his feet, which he does. And so he eyes it and throws it right away. Nice throw. Secure catches it to prevent the fumble or the knockout. But yeah, that's a great read by Bada to see that it was cover 3 and attack that seam right away as soon as he opened up his hips and stopped running. So good play by him. First down and goal. Okay, so we got 2nd and goal with 11 seconds left before half. And obviously the Madden God is looking for 7 here, so let's see what he can draw up and find. So we have Kelsey running this little baby corner route to the back of the end zone, or the quarter of the end zone over here. Kareem Hunt is running this little flat route to the right. He's highlighted in blue or purple. That's what it looks like. So it's some sort of delay. Maybe he's blocking and releasing. We'll see. We have Rashee Rice running this flat route right over here to the sideline, left side. We have Mecole Hardman running a drag route from left to right. And then Xavier Worthy is running a slant on top of that. So let's go ahead and look at the play. So we have a man-to-man situation. It's a blitz. So this guy comes free, beats that block right there. So he has to make a read quick. So I'm looking right here. Maybe he could try this, but there's a defender coming right there, so it could affect the throw. Or maybe this defender gets his hand up and he swats the ball, and you never know what happens. Obviously this won't be open. That's covered right here by that defender. That slant is covered right here. He's inside of the slant, so he's technically running the route for him. And then this corner route to the outside, that defender has outside leverage, so he's covering that. So the only realistic option he has is this. And so looks like his defender did like a little twirly whirly. He kind of turned around. Or no, as a matter of fact, he started on his D line and then he clicked right to Fred Warner. And it looked like he got stuck for a minute. So he sees that. Great recognition to see that his defender, his user, got caught on the wrong defender. Looks like he wanted to be Fred Warner the whole time. Caught him on his D-line. Saw that Kareem Hunt was uncovered in the flat. Threw it right away. Great recognition by Chibatta Mitch. Okay, so he decided to go for 2 instead of taking the extra point. So he wants to push the lead to 4 instead of 3. So let's see what we got. So this is basically the same play that he scored on last time for a touchdown. So he's just basically running it again from what it looks like. So let's go ahead and run it. So it looks like he did change that route that Rice had, I think. He audibled him. Not sure what he runs. Looks like he ran some sort of corner route, or maybe he was supposed to run a flat route, but as you see, gets bumped right here by Hardman. And so throws off his read and his timing. Pressure's getting right here. And then as I looked at the rotation of the defense, couldn't really tell what kind of coverage that is. Maybe it's cover 3 or cover 2. But based off what I'm seeing, we got this guy right here sitting outside in the flat watching this. There's a guy right here in the flat, and it looks like these 2 guys are playing halves. So it could be a cover 2 shell look. It's definitely not man-to-man, just based off of what I'm seeing. This definitely looks like shell coverage or cover 3. So he's got to look for something in the middle of the field right here. So he's going through his reads. Looks like he could check it down to Kareem Hunt as long as that defender doesn't jump it. Or if he clears him, because it looks like this defender, unless he stays right here, if he clears this guy, unless he cuts it off right away, he could try and get this drag in the middle of the field. I don't think this slant will get open because you got a defender right here, sitting here in the middle of the field, waiting on something for him to see it. So if that slant runs right across him, he'll probably see it and jump it. And then depending on what his user does, if he takes away this drag, then I would probably go here, because this definitely won't be open. This definitely won't be open because that defender's sitting there waiting for him to cross him. So it's either this one or this one. And then as you see, he tries to turn around, come back and guard it, and he gets the throw off right before that pressure gets to him. So you see how he shoves the block, and then he tries to turn around, and right as he's getting hit, throws an absolute dot. So great read by him, great patience, and what a throw to get the lead by 4. Okay, so we got 1st and 10. His opponent did score to start the 3rd quarter, and so now Chibatta has to answer him right back. So he's going with the verticals concept once again. Kelsey running this post, outside corner route is what I like to call it. Looks like Kareem Hunt is in the block this time, so it doesn't look like he's on any route. We got Rice running this vertical, breaks it off right about here. Harbin's inside the seam, running a streak, and Worthy's on the outside running a streak. Okay, so I'm getting a cover 3 look right off the bat. Half, and then I don't know if you can see it, but that defender right there is running a deep third, or he's covering a third. And so that's usually a good indicator of cover 3, is when you got 3 deep zones covering halves or thirds, and then they're playing it high, or his opponent is playing it high, because look at how far he has to run to chase down this vertical route and push him right to here to where it's going to be completely covered. And so that's not going to be open. He's running a streak, that's not going to be open. This guy's sitting right here. This guy's sitting right here. There's a flat defender right here just in case a comeback route happens. There's a flat defender right here just in case a comeback route happens. But I don't know if you saw, but as soon as Kelsey made that turn, back is still turned. He's low in depth, so he's not high enough to jump that. He has to be able to see it and throw it right away, but he's looking down here too long, and so runs out of time. Pressure gets to him, gets hit as he throws. He's lucky that defender didn't pick that ball off, but yeah, he definitely had that corner route to Kelsey open, and I thought he should have went there. Okay, so we got 2nd down, and there is no play art right here, as you see. None of his routes are showing, but just so you know, I've already seen this play. It's another vertical concept. He's just running the same play. The only difference is he's going to run a wheel out of the backfield. Kelsey will still be running this post. But yeah, the difference is he's just running a wheel instead of doing his usual in route, out route, or block and release flat route. So let's go ahead and look. So cover 3 once again, more than likely, because we have half, third. These guys are playing up high, deep flat, hook curl, deep hook, I would say, covering this seam. And so once again, see that defender still turned around? He has to throw it as soon as he can, but you got to be careful because this defender, it's like he's starting to get a little bit of depth right there, but looks like he's covering that wheel route, which influences him to stay inside instead of continuing to go out there. So he has to throw it before Bosa gets there. He has time because these guys are getting blocked, but Bosa is coming off the edge. So that's the only thing he's realistically going to have. He gets it right this time. So good play, great recognition to see that basically it was open last time. He was just late on the read, but got it off this time. So great recognition. Okay, got 1st and 10, and we have a little bit of a switch up this time. So we got play action, and here's how you know. Kareem Hunt's going to fake the handoff and block. So he will have an extra blocker in to help him. And so we have Kelsey running this corner route as usual. And then we have Rice running a corner on the opposite side. And then Hardman is running a post inside. And then Worthy's running this streak out here on your left side. There's play action. Now, looks like cover 3 once again. So he could probably abuse this again if he wants. See how low that defender is. He's covering anything in the flats right over here. Short flat instead of the deep flat. So he could easily hit him right over here again. Or if this area clears, you could hit him right in this area depending on what his user's doing up there, because he's clicked on to Hufanga, who's the deep safety. This won't get open. That streak is being covered. And then I don't know about this corner route that's going over to the right side. But let's just go through the reads real quick, very slow. So I don't know, before he throws that ball, I don't know if this post gets open because he does have time to throw the ball. As you see, the protection is pretty decent. But, well, actually, I didn't even see this guy right here because he does beat his block. So he does try to make a quick read. Now, obviously, you saw the trajectory of this ball going this way. Very dangerous throw because that defender peels off that streak that he was guarding. And so he got away with it. He got away with one. That does happen. But I would have liked to see him take that corner out to Kelsey because it definitely got open. It definitely got open. But hey, sometimes you live and you learn. And he definitely got away with one. So it is what it is. Good play by him. Just got to be careful with those kinds of throws. So we got 1st and goal. Had a big run after that pass play. So let's go ahead and take a look at this as we have the slant drag concept along with the corner route. Looks like Kareem Hunt is doing a block and release and then flattening out to the right, and then Rice is flattening out to the left. So let's go ahead and take a look at what happens here. So not sure if this is a man-to-man blitz, a zone blitz. These guys are just running wide open, so there's a touchdown right away as long as none of these guys who are rushing the line drop back in coverage and try to play this, which it doesn't look like they will. Yeah, they're still rushing, so he has a chance to lob that to triangle, which is Hardman or Worthy. Instead, he's looking over here on the right side of the field. Hunt is covered by Hufanga, who his opponent is usering, and then this right here looks like it gets open. You just have to kind of throw it bullet and lob it down low like a low ball. But looks like he keeps his eyes in the middle of the field and instead finds Worthy for the touchdown. A little late on the read, but hey, nonetheless, got it to go. Do a dot, talks his stuff. Let him know, Chibatta, let him know. Let him know what time it is. Let him know who you are. So going for 2 and trying to push the lead to a 5-point game. So has the same routes as he did the previous time. So just pretty much copy and paste. He's pretty much saying, until you stop my concept of verticals or the slant drag concept, I'm going to keep running it. And hey, I don't blame him. You know, if it's not broke, why fix it? So we got a man-to-man blitz, busted coverage right here. It's just completely wide open. Nobody's there. So right away, boom, just hits him. Easy money. If you guys can read lips, let me know. I already know what he said. I'm just not going to tell you. But you guys can pretty much figure it out for yourselves. Big time trash talker, but hey, he can back it up. That's why he calls himself the Madden God. But like I said, got to back up the trash talk. And he can definitely do that for sure. Okay. So after he scored his touchdown, got a big time stop. So now he has the ball, 1st and 10 near midfield, or I believe that is at the 50-yard line. So as you see, the same play that he ran for 2 is on display, but pre-snap, that's what you see, right? He did audible in the verticals. Obviously, it doesn't show because he snapped it right away without showing his play art, but you can tell he's going to be running that vertical across the field. He's just going to run up the seam. He's going to run down the sideline. I believe Kelsey's running that corner route, and then Kareem might be running to the outside. Yes, he is. As you see, he goes from here to there. And so I'm looking at this. Looks like cover 3 maybe. Yeah, it looks like cover 3 potentially. Looks like that safety's on this half of the field, or this third. Then we have the deep half right here. Looks like he'll be dropping back in the deep half over here. So it does look like cover 3. Looks like he's using a linebacker and he's playing like a middle kind of read. But as you see, he's bumping his receiver, which should be illegal contact. And if I'm not mistaken, I saw like a flag somewhere, like down here. It had like a little marking. So he just kind of throws it up and recognizes that it's illegal contact, which I was correct. But going back to the play, he had this check down right here if he wanted to, but he was trying to see if he could get something out of that play, and I don't blame him. But yeah, I would have checked it down right here without knowing there's a flag. But because he noticed there was a flag, because I saw some yellow marker come up at the bottom of the screen, then at that point you could just take a shot if you know it's on the defense and see what you can get out of it. So either way, play didn't count, illegal contact, so got another crack at it. Good recognition of recognizing illegal contact. All right, so we got third down, and let's see what we got here. Pretty much the same concept. He's just going to keep abusing it until his opponent proves he can stop it. And like I said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I don't blame him for running it. I mean, I'm one of those players that would pretty much do the same thing. So let's go ahead and run this play. So man-to-man situation, looks like a blitz. Both linebackers are coming after Mahomes. So he has the middle of the field to work with. That safety voided this half right here to go chase that slant. Or sorry, not the slant, but I believe the, this flat route right here. There we go. Yeah. And then Kelsey's being taken by that safety over top. Fred Warner, who his guy is using, is either going to try and help out on that or cover this. And then I believe that guy might be blitzing. Yeah. And it looks like it's a chip and release maybe by Kareem Hunt from what I saw. When I read the play, looked like a block and release. And so he has the middle of the field to work with somewhere over here, but he doesn't put anybody on a deep post, so he's going to have to make a timely throw. And so it looked like he was eyeing Kelsey for a second, but because that defender's right on him, I don't think he chances it. This doesn't get open. That's not going to be open because there's defenders right underneath to peel back and play that as he's getting pressured. So the only thing I could see is him throwing across his body, but he's going to have to throw it like high and out here to where his defender can run underneath and catch that. What a throw. Now, he should have racked it. He secure caught it, but if he racks it, he's gone for a touchdown. But great play either way. You know what I'm saying? He picked up the first heading into the fourth quarter. That's why he's holding up 4 fingers. But yeah, he definitely should have racked that because he would have been out of there. All right. So apparently his opponent is just not able to stop this vertical drag concept. So, you know, he's going to keep running it until he proves otherwise. No matter what coverage he's in, no matter what look he gives, he's just abusing it. And like I said, don't blame him one bit, Chibatta. Don't blame you one bit. I would do the exact same thing if an opponent I was facing couldn't stop one formation. So I was going to say, if you guys didn't notice, he's pretty much been in the same formation the entire game for the most part. So like I said, when somebody can't stop what you're doing, just keep running it. Let's go ahead and look at the defensive coverage. Looks like some sort of cover 3. Not sure if we get a blitz right here. Let's take a look. So 4 down linemen, and we don't have a blitz, but we definitely have guys dropping in coverage for sure. So it's definitely cover 3. So looks like we have his opponent using one of the outside corners who's supposed to be on the 3rd. We have this guy right here in the flat covering anything over here. hook curl or some sort of middle read, watching anything over the middle, deep third, half, looks like a curl flat. So as I'm reading it, looks like he peels off and is taking away this slant right here. Looks like he's running back to take it away. So Kelce, who's left alone by himself, if he's able to see that and float that ball over here to the sideline, that's a big play. Maybe even a touchdown, depending on how it goes. But yeah, he definitely has Kelce wide open right there. Because as you see, that flat defender is not going to have enough depth to run over there and catch up to him. So I thought he should have took that right away as soon as he peeled off to take away this slant right over here. But instead, he throws that drag. That was a tight throw. And then has a little fun right there. Pretty much just telling his defender that it's over. And so, great play by him. But I would have liked to see him take that corner route to Kelce that got open because his defender left it open. Technically, the defender that he was using was responsible for covering that, but because he peeled off, definitely would have been a big play. But nonetheless, picks up the first down, and now it's time to choose some clock. Okay, so we got 2nd and 10. After his opponent pretty much cut into the lead, he's just pretty much trying to chew out the clock. So as we look right here, there is no play art, and there's a reason for that. So let's snap the ball, throws it right away. It's an RPO. Just reading the coverage, seeing what happens with the linebackers as soon as he fakes the handoff. Obviously, his opponent is using Fred Warner to play the run. If he hands it off, there's a chance he could cut back and maybe sneak through there as long as these defenders don't shed their block, but you never know. And then as he's throwing the ball, these guys run to their blocks right away. So it's a good read because this linebacker doesn't follow Rashee Rice. So great read. And as you see, he picks up his block outside. Caught his opponent by surprise. He hadn't run it all game until now. Right here, that's the play that he ran. So great way to end the game. He ends up running out the clock and his opponent ends up quitting. So great game by him. Great play call. And I definitely had fun breaking this video down. So that was definitely a good play call to end the game. That's the video, guys. So thank you for watching. Chibatta, if you were watching, I appreciate you for watching as well. You got a lot of great plays, man. That was a great game by you, and definitely looking forward to seeing you win more tournaments, man, Mr. Madden God. Nah, if I ever hopped on the PS5, I would challenge you, but until they fix that broken Next Gen 5 BS, I'm not hopping on that. So you can have fun with that. I'll stick to the 4 and earn my money that way. But it was fun breaking your gameplay down. I can't wait to do some more. So good luck to you the rest of your way, man. And go subscribe to his channel, actually. Yeah, Chibatta Mitch. Just go subscribe to his channel. And you'll see a lot of funny stuff, a lot of great content. He plays against some of the best players in the world, even celebrities. I think he played Cam Newton. I think he played a couple other guys. But yeah, he's played some big-time celebs. So go check it out, man. Some good stuff. But until then, 3P Bryant.